ओके, अब हम जल्दी जल्दी प्रॉब्लम्स करते हैं. Can make arithmetic progression from sequence. A sequence of numbers is called an arithmetic progression if the difference between any two consecutive elements is the same. Given an array of numbers, array return true if the array can be rearranged to form an arithmetic progression, otherwise return false. Sort the array. Okay, I think this is what I will do. I will sort the array and then I will check if the difference is the same across every two elements. So for int I equals to 0, I is okay, is equals to 1 कर देते हैं. Slash 10 dot length plus plus बेसिक चीज़ें करते हैं. if array dot length is less than equal to 1 रिटर्न ट्रू करते हैं. अब कम से कम 2 एलिमेंट चाहिए होंगे. एक्चुअली 2 में भी दिक्कत ही नहीं है, राइट. नाउ d equals to array of 1 minus array of 0. ये भी हो गया. नाउ यू स्टार्टिंग विद this. If array of I minus array of I minus 1 not equals to d, then you return false, otherwise you return true. Run the code and submit, and we move to the next problem. अगली प्रॉब्लम क्या करा भाई? काउंटर. गिवन एन इंटीजर एन, रिटर्न अ काउंटर फंक्शन. यार ये जावास्क्रिप्ट वगैरह का कोड हम नहीं करेंगे. मूव ऑन. ओके. एन इंटीजर डिविजिबल. दिस इज हर्षद नंबर. हु इज हर्षद ब्रो? An integer divisible by the sum of its digits is said to be a Harshad number. You are given an integer x, return the sum of the digits of x if x is a Harshad number, otherwise return -1. समझते हैं क्या कह रहा है ये? 18 output is 9. The sum of the digits is 9 of x is 9. 18 is divisible by 9, so 18 is a Harshad number and the answer is 9. Okay, so you have to find the sum of digits and you are given a number and return the sum of the digits if x is a Harshad number. Harshad number is what? ठीक है, so first you have to find the sum of the digits. Okay, so equals to x, y is not equals to 0. Okay, सबमिट. ये भी हो गया. नेक्स्ट करते हैं. फाइंड लार्जेस्ट अमंग मिसिंग इंटीजर. ओके, यू आर गिवन एन इंटीजर array nums and an integer k. An integer x is almost missing from nums if k appears exactly 1 a. You are given an array and okay, nums और k given है. Integer x is almost missing from nums if x appears in exactly one subarray of size k within nums. Find return the largest among the missing integer from nums. If no such integer exists, return -1. सब ठीक है. एग्जाम्पल समझाइए. 39217 k equals to 3. Output equals to 7. K equals to 3. 1 appears in two subarrays of size is 3. हाँ ठीक है. This is this. We return 7 since it is the largest integer that appears in exactly one subarray of size 3. Okay, for one number to appear in exactly one subarray, it cannot be in the middle because, or it has to be the edge. No, It has to be the left or the right element, nothing else. Basically, I think what you have to do is unless k is 1, that is tricky. Can k be 1? K can be 1. Okay. Basically, if k is greater than 1, then the only thing that can happen, then the only element that can be only present in one subarray is just the leftmost and the rightmost element, right? So nums of 0 and nums of nums dot length minus 1. So in the maximum the 2. And if k is what is the ranges? What are the values of k that you can have? K is 1 or till the length of the array. There is one problem here. K is greater than 1. Equal to 1 all can have. K equals to n is also a problem, right? So k is less than nums dot length. So n minus 1 may be is only 2 elements here. For k equals to 1 or k equals to n, all elements are possible. So for both of those cases, you have to return the maximum element. So what is this? There is no integer that appears in exactly one subarray of size 1. Okay, the repetition is also a problem for him. That's not good. For him, the repetitions are also a problem. How do I solve it then? Okay, I will do this again. If any of these two issues exist, then the only possibility of these two, and these two are also repeating, then it's a problem. But repeating is not the problem. The problem is for example, k equals to 2, tick 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 tick. No, it made it tricky, bro. He made the problem tricky. What do you mean by missing integer? या तो if I is or so for n equals to 1 and n equals for k equals to 1 and k equals to n, so problem is this only: find the largest element which doesn't have a duplicate. No, even that is not true. For k equals to 1 it varies. For k equals to n you just have to find the maximum element. So if k equals to there is a single subarray only, so just return nums of 0, and this is for k equals to 1. So we only present a single element, largest element which is not repeating. Okay, now you come to other subarrays. The only possibility is this. There are at least there are at least 2 subarrays, right? And the middle element is common. If this is not necessarily true if these are not unique. Basically, let's say this k is equals to n minus 1. Doesn't matter, they have to be unique. If they're not unique, then you can't find it. So if and basically if nums of 0 and nums of length minus 1 are equal, then you can return minus 1 right away. And in this case, what can I do? Left is possible, right is possible, neither of them are possible. So if both are possible, then you return the maximum of the two. Turn nums of 0. Okay. Fix the compilation error. There is no such thing as bool. You have to make it boolean. Arrays.sort. No suitable method found for sort. B minus a. Okay, let's sort in descending order then. Basically, I want to sort it in a reverse order. It's fine, we'll do okay. Was that the problem before? Could be. Okay, submit. It works and it passes most of the test cases. It's a tricky problem, but we were able to solve it. Nice. See, there is no editorial, but let's look at one solution, how other people are solving it. They're using hash table or something. Java. Okay, let's see. Hash table based approach. Problem also the largest integer that appears in exactly one subarray of size k. My first thought is to count the how many subarrays each integer appears in, then find the largest one that appears exactly once. Okay, use hash table. Tick tick tick. Time complexity is n times k, space complexity of n. I did n log n somewhere, which was not good, but okay. Java. Process all subarrays of size k. So you go from this I equals 0, I less than equal to n minus k. Okay, so n times the n times k is something that I don't like, but okay, we do n times k. Unique nums are fine. For each number in unique nums, put this subarray count for this number. Okay, subarray count is the map. Fine. The large is representing exactly one subarray. Is it a tree map or something? No, hash map only. How is this the largest though? Okay, you're going through it, and if it's a bigger one, you get a bigger one. Okay, and it's also fine. What we did was also fine. Let's move to the next problem. With some energy. Okay, minimum difference between highest and lowest of k scores. You are given a zero index integer array nums, where nums of I represents the score of the ith student. You are also given an integer k. Everything is window, man, and these all the easy problems are window problems or what? Pick the scores of any k students from the array so that the difference between the highest and the lowest of the k scores is minimized. Return the minimum possible difference. So okay, let's understand the problem first. We are given an array and the array represents the score of the other student. We are also given an integer k. Pick scores of any k students from the array, कोई भी k students पकड़ लो, so that the difference between the highest and the lowest of k scores is minimized. I'm getting it. This is 0, this is fine. From the first example you can do is this: if nums of length is less than equals to 1, you have to return 0 without thinking. Okay, equals to, there are 6 ways to pick 2 scores of the students. Yeah, whatever. I think sorting is the best thing. You should sort the array first, right? So after you have sorted it, now you have to pick the k elements. Just use a window and figure the solution using the window. Yes, that's it. So okay, window, and you slide the window. So you sort it and then you slide the window. You have to create a window of size k. So L equals to 0, R equals to 0, while this less than start length so if this now if just do this. If R is less than k, R plus plus, else L plus plus, R plus plus. The first window handling is becoming a bit tricky always when I'm looking at these window problems. What I want to do is here let's ignore this thing first. When R reaches k minus 1, now your window is formed, right? Now L is 0 and R equals to k minus 1. So window size is k. So you do if nums of R minus nums of L if it's lesser than the result, then result equals to nums of r minus nums of l, and then you move and you move, then you do return result. So n log n is the time complexity, space complexity probably O of n depending upon the sorting algorithm used. Let's fix the compilation error. Run, submit, and now after this we're gonna do one last problem. Okay, one last problem. Let's see what problem we get. Find common characters. Given a string words, return an array of, okay, I'm gonna say last problem. Find common characters. Given an array words, return an array of all characters that show up in all strings within the words. You may return the answer in any order. पता नहीं क्या problem है. Okay, Bella, label, roller, E and L are present in all the words. Okay, cool, lock, cook, C and O are present in all. You have to find the words as present in all the words. Array of characters that show up in all strings within the words, including duplicates. I think I got it. Oh, if there are L happens twice, then you mention them twice. Interesting. Go through each word, maintain a hash map. Are all words of equal length? I mean, if are all words of equal size? Words of I consider lowercase English letters. Words of length is 100. Nowhere does it say that the words are of equal length, so you can't believe in that. So basically, for for every word you can get the size occurrence of each letter, and then for the other word, for all three of them you get it. And if it doesn't, if it matches for all of them, man, you go through each letters, you make a hash map, and then you compare how many words are there. It can be up to 100 words. Okay, yeah, so I build a hash map, that is fine. You take the minimum. So what I'm saying is I build a hash map, then I build a hash map. And when I build a hash map from the first word, I know my time complexity. I build a hash map from the second word, I know the time complexity. It's basically the size of the word, right? And then I compare the two hash maps. How many times we compare the hash maps? So this. Yeah, so the time complexity is again O of size of the words times number of words. Okay, fine, no, not a big problem. So I'm gonna do this. Integer array of size 26, right? Yeah, count. New into size 26. Now I'm gonna do this. For each string word in words, I'm gonna build a size. So for each char c in word.to char array, I'm gonna create a new uh, count to count for this word rather, equals to new int of 26. I think do this, go to the first word outside. So okay, let's do this. You go count word of C minus A, you do plus plus. Right, so you generate this for every word. I'm gonna give you one thing. Let's do this. I equals to 0, I is less than words dot length I plus plus. If string word equals to words of I. Here what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna do if it's the first one, then I'm do it for this. Else I'm gonna do it in this. And for after every word, if I is not equal to 0, I'm gonna go through okay, so now I have the count of every word. So now I have to make a list of is it a list of string or a list of words? Oh, list of string, weird. How do I get this string now? So new string of a plus I, is that the thing to do? I guess so. Okay, let's see if this works. How long we'll have to take to fix the problem? Okay, so you can't do a string with this. Okay, let's do C. Does this work? Okay. Incompatible dice, possible lossy conversion from int to char. Does this work? Let's make it work, brother. No. Okay. How about this? No suitable constructor found. How do we make a string from a character in Java then? I mean, I can do some things, but I was thinking of something simpler, but okay, fine. How about that? Okay, so you got the wrong answer, at least. So the output expected was ELL, which you did get, but you also added AB. And the reason you got AB is here, AB is here, but AB isn't here. So did you not look at the third word or what? I would have looked at the third word as well. And if I did, I equals 0, I less than board dot length. Is it min or max? It's min only. So when the third word wouldn't have it, it would have made it 0, right? Because for every word I'm making count word as a fresh integer. So what's the problem? Why did the last word not get calculated? Let's understand again. So I equals 0, I less than word set length. You're going through each and every word. Okay, let's do this. I hope it says 0, 1 and 2. It does says. So what happens at I equals to 2? So when I equals to 2, word equals to words of 2, you make a new count word, you go through the word character, and if I equals to 0, you make the count of this, otherwise you make the count word of C minus A plus plus. Yeah. And if I is not equal to 0, you're going through each and every. I think the problem is probably of I and J and whatnot. Yeah, okay, see, this is just ing nonsense, I guess. Let us try it again. And submit. Alright, enough for today.